Welcome back to my channel, Doreen Lifestyle TV. Thank you so much for liking, sharing, subscribing to my channel. Today I will be cooking curry mushroom with chickpeas and coconut milk. So here I have all the ingredients that I will be using today, and I will have asparagus as one of my sides. So I will be using some onion, scotch bonnet pepper, thyme, and garlic as my ground seasoning. So I will incorporate all of that into, I'm not using meat. It's somewhat of a vegetarian kind of dish. So here I am washing all my seasonings that I will use to put in the curry mushroom and chickpeas. So I will be separating the mushroom and I will wash those and drain those, and then I will go ahead and I will also make some rice that I will have. So in the end I will have my curry mushroom, chickpeas and coconut milk and some jasmine rice. So stick around if you want to see how it turns out in the end. So I am going to wash my rice. I'm only using like a cup and a half of rice because I am only cooking for myself, and also this meal is a 30-minute meal. It doesn't take a long time to prepare. So here I was trying to figure out how I can open this bag and then at the end reuse it, because I will not be using all of this rice. So I will only be using a cup and a half. So I figure it out, and then it's one of those bags where you see that green thing on the top. It's a easy pour. So I was looking for my measuring cup there, and I am gonna pour it in a cup and a half, and then I'm gonna rinse the rice also in that same cup that I will pour it into my pot and put it on for less than a half an hour, because I put it on low heat, so it will be nice and shelly in the end. So I wash the rice and I pour it in my pot, and I'm gonna add enough water to just slightly cover the top of my rice. There I'm trying to get the few little grains that was left in the cup, and then I'll show it to you what I did, just barely covering the top of the rice. You can also use your finger to measure the amount of water that you will need when you are cooking your rice. So I am gonna just fold that back with the rice and put it back in the pantry. Then I will move on to preparing my mushroom and chickpeas. So at this time I was looking to put some salt in the rice, because we want to eat fresh rice. Yeah, and I use pink salt as always, pink Malaysian salt, to put in the rice, and then I will add a tablespoon of coconut oil. Kind of give that coconut taste to the rice, which is the flavor, which is very nice. It also smells really good. And I will also use about a tablespoon of that same coconut oil to burn my curry and the ground seasoning before I add all the other ingredients to make this non-meat meal. So there I was trying to remove basically everything that was in my way. I didn't even notice that I had a mirror on the wall that was capturing my mood in the background. However, as you can see, I was trying to figure out what kind of spoon I will need, and that one I had to throw it in the trash and get another one. So yeah, stick around and see what your girl did, and trust me, in the end this was a wonderful meal. As I said, it's a meal that is done under 30 minutes. So there I was trying to separate the coconut oil from the spoon, and I used my finger, and my finger is clean. I just needed about a good tablespoon so I can burn the curry and the ground seasoning. So yeah, I got that in the pot and it's melting. By the way, this coconut oil, it is so good. It is so good, but you have to be careful the amount that you use, because in the end, it will make your food greasy, and you do not want to have greasy food, especially if you have high cholesterol. To that coconut oil, I will add 1 tablespoon of curry. It's better pack curry, but I got a big one from Jamaica and I didn't want to keep opening the bag, closing the bag, so I use a jar that had wild rice to store my curry. You know, we Jamaicans, how we will utilize whatever we can find in our kitchen to make things a little bit easier and safe for us. So yeah, I was burning the curry there, and then I'm gonna add the onion, the Scotch bonnet pepper, the garlic, and the thyme, and I'm gonna give it a good stir. And then I'm gonna add to that my mushrooms, which I love. That's like one of my favorite vegetarian type of things that I like to eat. Food. Yes, I like mushroom, and I love chickpeas as well. It is good for you. Good protein. Yeah, so there I was checking my rice, but it is on low heat, so I didn't really have to watch it every second, every minute. So I just added the mushroom, and I will stir that around and even that out. Then to that, I'm gonna add the chickpeas that it's not fresh chickpeas, it's the one from the can, but you can use fresh chickpeas if you want to, but I am gonna remove the chickpeas from the can. I'm gonna rinse them, and then I'm gonna pour them in with my mushroom, and I'm gonna give it a good stir to even everything out. Right, there was my rice boiling over. I had to put the lid to the side. Ladies, y'all better can cook, because that's the only way you're gonna have a husband. You have to learn how to cook these meals. No man wanna be buying KFC, Popeyes, Burger King, McDonald's every day, or even buying food outside. So yeah, I just added the coconut milk. Let me tell you something, coconut milk with that little bit of coconut oil, you gotta be careful, because let me tell you, once that coconut milk boils down, it is all grease, oil, right? So you gotta be careful. Try not to use too much. So there I am, just tasting to see what is missing. So to that, I will add only a a little bit of all-purpose seasoning. No salt is needed. About a tablespoon or less of all-purpose seasoning, and then you just stir that around to make sure everything is even out once again, and then you're just gonna leave that on the stove. Leave that on the stove to simmer down, and then you make sure you check on your rice. You want to taste your food to make sure that it is not salty or it's not too fresh to where you have to add salt at the end. But yeah, I just give that a good stir, and then I will leave it to simmer. Just checking to make sure that my pot didn't slide off the stove. Yeah, so while it was simmering down, I had to check on it to see and make sure that my coconut milk wasn't turning into oil. So here now I am going to quickly make some of the asparagus, which I would just put it in the microwave. You can put it in the microwave or you can put it on the stove top, whichever. I just rinse them and I put a little bit of water. Sometimes I use butter, sometimes I don't, but they were perfect. And they were perfect. And I'm gonna, set that aside on my plate. It looks really good. I taste even better. I like to have a little piece of avocado with my meal. It is so good, and avocado is also good for you. So I like to have a piece of avocado when I am having my meal. So that was the finished product, and I think my presentation was good. Y'all tell me in the comments what y'all think. My presentation was good. My white rice came out perfect. My chickpeas and mushroom and the curry and the coconut milk came out beautiful. It tasted so good. Tasted so good. Everything was just beautiful. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, leave a comment, share my video, tell a friend to tell a friend, and you have a wonderful day.